YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Welcome to Legendary West Rome, where we're going to continue after a lot of mistakes. And it's kind of funny because I played those two episodes and I knew that I hadn't done very well on them. And what's funny is whenever I play, don't play well, some people, just take it with stride. And they're like, oh man, it didn't go so well for you this time. And other people are like, Air, no, you stink. Gosh, you're awful. Stop it. Like it just cracks me up because, and then I get more dislikes on those videos and everything too. It's hilarious to me. But hey, you know what? I'm flattered. I'm glad that you all take this so seriously and that you enjoy it. So I will try to do better. Obviously, I'm not sitting here trying to stink it up or something. So let's see. You have the marble there, but I don't really need marble at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and build the statue of the divine so I can get some things taken care of. We have a bunch of enemy armies in our territory, and we need to get rid of them. They are not actually super strong at the moment, and I dispersed them because I had to get the turn to end. I had to run an attack, so I went ahead and dispersed a couple of these small armies, so that's why it looks slightly different now than it did whenever I left off the last time. So if you're wondering, that's why. Let's give these guys a little shot to their integrity. They clearly need it. So yes, we're gonna have to win some more battles. The biggest problem we have is this Geet army, which attacked my settlements, caused all kinds of terrible public order, and then just went on. And someone up here too was screaming at me over the whole navy thing. Like if I would have just had 3 or 4 navies, then it would have been okay. That's true, but also if I had that many navies, I wouldn't have any money. So I get it. I make mistakes. I'm not trying to say I don't. I make mistakes, people. And mistakes are going to happen. In fact, they do happen. So yeah, don't worry about it. We'll work our way out of it. Yeah, it wasn't very smart what happened in the last episode. Got it? Good. Here we're going to go and move on. This fleet needs to be retrained. So honestly, what I was going to do was probably just... Let's do a merge here. Just going to be quicker. There we go. We'll just merge these ships and we'll go back and replenish. Oh, actually, we'll probably just get rid of this one. And we'll just retrain the rest of them. It'll be faster than trying to replenish all that damage, and then we can get back on station. Over here, yeah, I'm going to abandon Solana. It's just not going to work. This whole area over here is just swarming with stacks, and though the Swabi are there, and that's good, it's just going to be too much for us to handle, and we need to stay away from that. We do need to raise armies to basically fill in where we left off last. We do have Sextus here, who is now the faction heir to the Empire, the evil heir to the Empire, hopefully. We need him to be evil. These guys over here have a ton of influence, and I don't like that because it's not going to my party, and I should have taken care of this mistake earlier. So what I'm going to do is actually get some of these guys killed. So I'm going to take this fellow, Saturninus, whatever his fat face is, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to release him / boot him as the governor. And we will elect a new governor, one that can be bought off easily by my faction leader. Because that's how I work. That's how I work. +1 personal influence. Let's put him there. And then we're going to adopt the youngin. We're going to adopt this guy that we just stuck in there. It'll eat up some of the points, but if I can get some more governors and stuff like that going for me, it'll be good. Now we're going to take that Saturninus Pulvillus, whatever. I don't like your name, pal. That doesn't flow off my tongue quite right. And that's enough to offend the Emperor. And the Emperor does have a suicide mission in mind for you. I cannot select him just yet, so let's wait till the next turn to pull him up. And who else do I want to kick from a governorship? So let's go ahead and do that this turn. Kick those guys from the governorship. We'll wait 1 turn in, and then raise new legions with those guys. So let's see who else is getting a little bit powerful for my liking, like this guy here, old Lucius Marcellus. And we'll basically take these guys out, and they'll have an unfortunate accident in combat. Unfortunate accident in combat. So, old Lucius, where are you governing at here? Africa, that is a nice place. It's salty Carthago. You get plenty of salted pork. But not for you anymore. Sorry, Lucius, you are fired. All right. So we've got Lucius fired. And we need to hire yet another puppet governor in Africa here. What does Master Planner get me? Cunning +1. We'll go with political animal. I like political animals. Can I adopt twice in one turn? No. Okay. So we'll have to get him on the next turn. So it'll eat up some points from our faction leader, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, this was the army that we had moved over, and we can go ahead and start recruiting to it. So let's ditch these spears because we don't need them. And let's start adding in some Armageri. We can get 5 in one turn, so that's good. We have some money now at this point too. We should probably spend that money to kind of boost the economy up. I need to use my spies to scout ahead better, but at the same time I also need them to get rid of corruption, and we can actually get another spy too. So, Blade Master. I know Patchy is a kind person, and hold on, what did he say there? Did I miss that? Crap, where'd it go? Bring it back. Yeah, I don't know where my notifications is. Something that Blade Master put up there for me. I probably shouldn't be online. Well, or I'm not online. I guess it just sent that through to me anyway. Alright, whatever. Don't even know what's going on at this point. I've got these guys sieged with Sextus, and we need to take this settlement because we're about to have a revolt in this province. We're just going to have to take it. So let's go ahead and fight this. So Sextus, the faction heir, goes to battle. I better take good care of him too. I have a viewer who's renamed himself on YouTube after Sextus, and I think another one after Appius or something like that. There's another general that I think Sextus renamed Crapius, apparently in some very nice rivalry between fans here. I guess Sextus the legend now. Sextus Perennis, commanding the big one. So named from the live stream, which, speaking of live streams, there's going to be some more this week. I haven't scheduled them yet, but I'm going to try and get a couple of live streams during the week. Just kind of, for those of you who are on spring break, you can have some extra live stream action. I'm going to use my Matiari, and we're going to come from over here where there's not really a tower. And we are just going to absolutely blitz these guys with missiles. Should be pretty entertaining, actually. And I've got my Maori and Equites too, and they have 13 javelins, so we can do a pretty good number with them also. And we want to keep old Sextus back here safe. Old Sextus. Can we just call him Captain Sexy? What? Oh man. Heir's getting too stupid even for himself. The women cannot resist him, clearly. He's like the Pierce Brosnan of the ancient world, but I guess some of you all are too young to know Pierce Brosnan. Let's see. The enemy is sallying out. Okay, just stop and hurl your javelins, please. Okay, defend my Matiari, please. I'm gonna go after the Germanic warband. Let's get my spears up here. So the AI is just gonna blitzkrieg me. That's very, very AI. Let's just go ahead and take some of our guys into combat. What is this Gallic mounted warband? Let's just get my Matiari back to safety. I was trying to toss some javelins, but the AI is messing with my groove. Okay, now they're running away from me. This just, you're about to tick me off. Look at this. AI actually doing something clever here. They're going to charge the living crap out of my Legio. And they'll probably destroy it there too because of the difficulty factor. Let's pull up with these guys and actually go into fire at will. I'm going to take the Matiari and work around the flank out here. And same thing with the Maori and Equites. Do not fire at will though. Sextus, if you want to just kind of come up behind the battle here, we should be... Wow, there's a lot of enemy troops sallying out here. Let's bring my cavalry up over to help. They're just cohorts, so nothing that we need to be terribly afraid of. We're a little bit blobbed up here, but doesn't really matter at the moment. Let's bring the Maori and Equites up and around. I'm working towards the flank. Let's tie down that cohort. Try and finish that unit off. We've kind of got these guys pinned. Like I said, I want to try and intercept the cohort. Stress on the whore part of that, but let's see. I'm going to actually stop here and just hit the pikes with all my javelins. Why am I losing so many men in this unit here? Let's actually pull it out of combat then. Come on, Matiari, let's go. Got the archers tied down. We wrapped up that cavalry. We can go ahead and slam into the back of that cohort unit. Yeah, my Maori and Equites are going to destroy this pike unit. They've got plenty of javelins to do it. Matiari are coming around. Archers are nice and tied down. The Sagittari. That rear charge ought to finish off the cohorts. Okay, the pike unit routed. I'm just going to turn around and go fire at will straight into the back of this blob, and I'm going to line up my Matiari to do the same. That is going to be a obliteration of sorts. Let's go out of fire at will with the Scout Equites. Come over here and help. Spears, you all chase down what's left of the cohorts. Let's get in here and break up this fight because the enemy's winning that. And here comes Javelin Fest. I don't know what year it is, but Javelin Fest 500 AD or 420, like 410 AD or something like that. I have to put these guys on fire at will, though, before Javelin Fest can commence. But welcome to Javelin Fest. It's going to be held at the expense of these Gallic rebels who were liberated at Vienna. Of course, shortly thereafter their liberation, they were slaughtered en masse by Ayre's merciless javelin men.
The enemy general is fallen.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. So as you can see, it didn't take long for things to wrap up once we opened up with all the javelins, and that is going to be the end of the Gauls, or whatever this faction was. I'm guessing it was Gauls that got liberated by the filthy Saxons, who are in my book of grudges. So yeah, that'll be good preparation for the upcoming Total War Warhammer with Thorgrim Grudgebearer, or whatever his name is. So anyway, Sextus has a successful battle there. Not super pretty, but we got the job done. Those Matiari, man, those guys just absolutely obliterated that army when they got behind it. And sieging for a turn is usually worthwhile. It seems like you can get rid of one of their towers if you have the time to do such a thing, which I did here, obviously. I could subjugate them and then go back and worry about the public order. And then if I recruit units off of them, I actually get decreased upkeep for my men. Should we try this? I get to trade with them, and if they're subjugated, it still counts towards victory. But then I don't get the income, and this is a pretty rich province, so I want the income. I'm going to occupy. Subjugation does have its benefits there, but I don't want to give up the income off of this particular province. A little bit rough right now in terms of public order, but I mean we can solve that. Not super duper worried about it. We do need to catch this this army here, the Caledonians, and it looks like the auto resolve is going to easily give me this one, so I'm going to take it as long as they don't screw me over like that stinking naval battle. So at least that'll get one marauding army out of my lands. I'm going to take on their warriors just so I can get back up to snuff quicker. And we need to chase. Let's see which army is going to be better suited for dealing with these Geats. This one, really. So I need to chase these guys. So I'm going to start doing that. The Maurians have a small force there, though it's not much. We definitely will need the public order here. So let's move this guy up and deploy so that we can try and calm this province back down as quickly as possible. Looks like we have beat back the transport fleets for the moment. This settlement up here, that needs to go from the Saxons. We've definitely got to take care of that. And otherwise, their main stronghold looks like it's up there in Britannia. So eventually we'll have to go back up there and beat them the crap out of Britannia. Did we end a turn? No, we have not ended a turn yet. So I can't get those generals that I want to get killed just at this moment. So we'll have to wait on that. So let's see where we can spend our money. So let's dig in here and just kind of take the highest earning provinces and focus there. So at Italia we have +7 in terms of public order, which isn't bad. We've got more public order on the way. So this will boost our public order by... how's food here? Food is at 107. We've got a fishing jetty here. So let's see. But food is going to drop pretty considerably once these two finish. So I definitely want my 2 sheep flocks here. If I do this, though, I get a pretty considerable amount of extra food, though it does give me another -2 public order. If I go here, I only get -1 public order for but 20 more food from the salt reserves. +2 public order for every farm that I do that to. Get public order there, and I get public order from upgrading the town centers, but it costs me, again, just a small amount of food. And it's only 1 public order from each of the town center buildings, so not a huge help. And remember, because I'm going for the Great Theater instead of like the amphitheater, I get less public order boost, but I get more income, and that's the reason why I've opted for that route. Not sure I just want to tinker with Rome just yet. Let's let it finish building that. But Liguria is going to be next in line in terms of things, and even with the army here, let's see what it looks like without the army. 8, so it's not bad. Certainly not bad. Food is actually negative here. That is extremely bad because this is a province which creates a lot of income for me. And right now I'm getting a huge penalty for having negative food. So that was a miscalculation on my part for sure. So we should go ahead and put the wheat farm here. And that'll cover the extra. Let's see, we'll get extra food from that. I think we can handle all these buildings being upgraded in this province without it being a big deal. Let's just see where we end. I'm going to go ahead and spend all my money there because we need to get this province back up into the right shape in order to maximize our earnings there. So that'll be good for this turn. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to handle. My army's got the crap kicked out of them over here. The Swabians are now going to be in rough shape if they're at war with any of these factions. I don't believe the Alamans are at war with me, and it would be nice to... I mean, they like me, but I can't seem to get any treaties out of them. Yeah, they're just not interested in treaties right now. So they like the Swabians, which means that's why they're kind of liking me. My relationship with them is improving. They are at war with the Picts, which I don't like, the Jutes. Basically, they're at war with everybody I don't like, which is kind of frustrating because I can't seem to get these guys to want to have anything to do with me. I also cannot trade with them. So we'll have to figure that out. Let's see if there's anything else here of interest in the screen. Doesn't look like anybody that's very likely to trade with me or make alliances with me. Now, could we get out of some wars with certain people? Probably. Let's
be welcome, emissary, if you come in peace.
Ha! Or not. Let's just see if any of these factions want peace.
The ear of my people.
No. Saxons certainly will not. What about the Sassanids?
You have my attention.
Nope. Visigoths.
Swords of the afterlife.
No one's interested in peace. Alright, whatever. I'm good. If you don't want peace, I'll just take a piece of you later on, so I'm perfectly happy with that solution. We got an edict we can issue in Africa. Let's see what our options are. Public order boost due to the presence of Roman paganism. And it is on the rise. Salty Carthago is certainly having some issues with public order. Province to each region. Public order +4 plus the food. Honestly, that's a pretty good one. So let's just go ahead and take that one. And then what was the other one where we had it? Yeah, right here. So, Bedica. Let's see. What's the public order situation down here? Public order is actually pretty good. Probably because we've been spreading the paganism so strongly. Yeah, so we're going to have pretty solid public order down here now. Sanitation. Research rate for military developments. And it spreads the paganism even more. You know, that might work down here. Am I hurt for... well, food might be handy down here too, actually. Let's go ahead and take it. We have two other things to take care of. We got this veteran who can rank up now. We're going to give him the extra military training to start with. I don't think anything else. Yeah, this one also gives him military training, so good. That guy's going to be set to give the most military training possible with Sextus. And we have this priest who can rank up. The research rate, wow, 10%. Up from 5. That's pretty big for that priest. That's cool. I'm going to definitely give him that, and then Inspire Populace will make him better at that. So that's pretty fantastic to be getting that research rate boost. We're up to 131, which is not great, but we have it done. So if we finish this, we get Cataphracti, and I think that I started upgrading my stables to allow me to start training the better... oh yeah, I do have the better cavalry stables now. Fantastic. Let's see what we can recruit. As much as I like these Equites, let's check... ooh, that's a heavy melee cav. Sweet. 255 health. That is not bad compared to some of my other options. Like the Equites Dalmatae are light. Medium shot cavalry, which again, the shot cavalry is pretty handy. Don't get me wrong though, these guys are handy in a pinch too. I'm actually thinking, let's disband 2 of those units and let's get a couple of these Equites Prima Gallia. These are a unit that got added in with one of the packs that I'm using. And ooh, I only have money to get one, but that's okay. We'll get the other one on the next turn. Now let's go ahead and end the turn. Should be in pretty good shape. Couple little marauding armies here and there, but nothing that's going to be... well, I mean, actually, that Geet army could be some trouble, but it's got a little ways to go to get to another somewhat unguarded settlement. Those Saxons have got to be dealt with. I'm going to send Sextus north to deal with the Saxons. Absolutely has to take place. Looks like the Swabians hopefully recalling some troops back in that direction. I mean, I can hold at Aquelia against just about anything. Unless it gets too insane. Yes, double back, you jerks. By doubling back, these guys are just going to bring themselves back closer to me. Yes, they could raise this city to the ground, and that would be a big problem. But it's going to bring them back closer to my army, being able to catch them and destroy them while they're still hurt. So this is definitely going to be good for me. Even, nope, see, they liberated those guys, and they're going to run off into the mountains. They got a lot of movement points after that turn was over. We'll catch them, though. That Abdonian army is too small to cause any real damage, so I'm just going to ignore it for the moment. And then we just need to get our transport fleet back, retrained, and back ready to guard the coast. In fact, I may even send it north to kind of cover... if we can get Sextus up to maybe go liberate some of those Saxon settlements on the mainland. At least liberate them for now, just to get them out of my way. I just need to take away some of the Saxon capability. Those guys are annoying. The Maurians came up and got the crap kicked out of them, and now they're running for the hills. Looks like the Swabians are not at war with the Yagis, or however you pronounce those guys, so wish I could get them to be at war with them.
Many good men have died in our wars.
We want a peace treaty. No. You're about to be dead. But nice thought, though. It's kind of you to ask. Though absolute surrender probably would have been a better option. Now this is the settlement that's just been holding out forever. Now the rebels are starting to be smart and let themselves get more men, though it still kind of favors me. Your units will try to rush the enemy, more effective when the enemy has missile superiority, which they do here. Let's see if that works. Looks like it was kind of a standoff. Decisive victory, actually. So we'll send the rebels packing, though it did not kill them. That settlement has held out for so redonkulously long, it's just funny now at this point. So Dalmatia has been sieged. That's fine, that's the settlement that I'm trying to get rid of anyway, so kind of doing me a favor over there. Ah, we got the guy adopted. Good. I know it's going to take away some of my points, but we kind of need to adopt that other dude that I just put in place. And he does not have enough influence to seek a marriage yet, unfortunately. And let's see, seek wife. He's already got a wife. Now I was going to check on the adoption. How much does adoption take? 50. Yeah, it takes quite a bit. I probably will slow down on the adoption just for a little bit. Let my guys start to regenerate some of the influence, since we've dropped quite a bit. I believe that'll have negative impacts on morale and everything. This army may have to get decimated, but we'll be fine. We're in a good defensive position. So, and then this army right behind it is quickly training. So we picked up 5 Armageri. Let's get at least 3 more of those. I'd like to have 8 Armageri. Let's get some Ballistari. Just enough to go each turn. We can go ahead and raise... Let's see, is Verona? Verona's not in the same... Yeah, Verona's in a different province. So let's go ahead and raise forces here. And I want this dude because we need to get him accidentally killed in battle. So let's reinstate the legacy. We can't... Well, we're not going to reinstate... Well, yeah, we'll reinstate these legacies, and eventually I'll give it to a commander that I like. But for now, we'll use Patchy's Fist and make it seem like he's getting like a big appointment to the great legion known as Patchy's Fist. But while in fact he will be basically just being used as a meat shield, which I think is quite appropriate.
Ready for orders.
This army, I did want to take on one more Equites Prima Gallia. And let's go ahead and start getting some other troops here. Let's go ahead and get the Prima Gallia. Maori and Equites. Again, just want to recruit only what we can get so I can save the money to be used where we need it. And let's see. So we need to take back this settlement from Hispania, Iberia, Hispania.
Settlement for Rome.
It's giving me pretty darn good chances on this. Of course, I cannot... Let's just see what happens on the auto-resolve. This is a pretty big risk. This guy's not a member of my family, though, so I don't really care. It's just, I should have a missile supremacy. So if I take the protective stance, usually more effective when you have missile superiority, expect lower casualties on both sides. Let's try that. So I should have a good missile superiority. Good. Worked out nice for me, actually. I could subjugate them, but again, I don't want to. I want the land back. So I'm going to take the land, and then we're going to go hunt down that Geet army. And we do need to rebuild what I had here. Should be the wheat field, and then this province will be getting the help of that priest. Now we are going to have a rebellion. There is no doubt about it. Actually, try and stay south away from all that attrition up there. So, yeah. Now we can hunt down that Geet army. They're going to kind of get themselves trapped a little bit. I need Sextus to come down here and get ready to put down this uprising. The Saxons could easily just waltz right back through here. Are the Alamans at war with the Saxons? Because if they're not, they should be. I want to say they were. They are. So why are you not fighting them? Anyway, we certainly need an army to go up there and deal with them. We are recruiting from Rome about as quickly as we can. We could go ahead and raise up that other army right here because we have the appropriate infantry barracks. And we are just mainly using it to get Lucius killed here. So again, we'll reinstate the Walking Dead, and he is literally the Walking Dead right now. We are going to get him killed. Yes, good Lucius. Precious Lucius. Oh, that's good. Anyway, so we got that taken care of. I'm evil, folks. I really am. You know, not like literally in real life, you know, but in the game here, I'm being pretty cruel. and not feeling so bad about it. Okay, those farms will come back, and that's going to help me out. Let's go ahead and get the fishing jetty here. Have some money left. Oh, let's go ahead and upgrade to the... well, I don't know how much food we're going to have to handle that, actually. Let's go ahead and do that one first, and then we'll worry about the last one. Okay. We need to move this navy back to Brigantium. And start retraining our ramming ships. Okay. We have buildings and stuff that can be built. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else that's absolutely critical for me at the minute, and I don't believe there is. I'm thinking about going ahead and decimating this army before anybody comes up to attack it with a... well, I don't know. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're okay. We only have 30 food in this province. Public order, though, is extremely solid, so it wouldn't hurt to put a fishing jetty. We get the extra money off that, too. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode. HeirofCarthage signing out. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with more soon.